Hello, welcome to Board Games with Niramas. I'm Joseph and I'm here today with Draco, of course. We are going to do an unboxing of Caverna the Cave Farmers. The expansion for Caverna, I'm so excited for this one. This is, I heard about this like maybe, I don't know, a year ago or more than that. And yeah, it's something I've been wanting for a long time because Caverna, like, it's a good base game and all that, but it's a bit samey sometimes to have the same sort of things you're building and so on, so I'm excited to see what's in this expansion. So first of all, we have a rule book. There seems to be some stuff. It's not that small that some expansions are. And so we have some plastic bags, always nice to get some bags right, and then we have a bunch of punching out to do. Okay, so let's get into this. Yeah, so the only thing I know about this really is that it is supposed to be like player powers, unique player powers for all the different players, which sounds great. And let's see, so here we have the mountain dwarfs. So okay, so let's see, each time you pay a wood cost, you may choose to pay all or part of the cost with stone or ore, or a mixture instead. Okay. And delving deep, twin tiles may overhang in the mountains. I don't really know what that means. Each time you place an overhanging tile, is that something new? I guess so. Each time you're supposed to place a twin tile in the forest, you may only place a single field or meadow tile. Oh, they are disinterested in nature, so you're worse at getting stuff out on the fields, I guess, but you're better in the deep. So that's cool, mountain dwarfs. And during scoring, you do not suffer any negative VP from unused forest spaces. Yeah, they don't care about the forest, right? So, and look at this. We have some mushroom tokens. Little mushrooms. That look cool. What is this? Goblins? I don't know how this works. Okay. Then we have some new rooms here. So the concert organ. At the start of each harvest, +1 coin per adjacent empty cavern. Okay, so you want to have this. Yeah, because they're playing a concert. You don't want to be next to it, right? When you're going to sleep and so on. So you get money if you place it in a way that you have empty rooms around it. The mining office. Per adjacent mine, immediately get some ore. And okay. During scoring. Okay, yeah. Training room. It's costs a stone. We get to a point before each expedition with an armed person. Oh, I guess you can pay to level him up with ore or something. Huh. And the overseer's dwelling, which is a room for one person, and you immediately get ore or rubies per adjacent ruby or ore mine. Okay, so yeah, they sort of specialize right in the mining stuff. Here's a goblin. I don't know how that works. Maybe you can use him for sending him out. I don't know, because there's like something about goblins here. They are lazy and clumsy and incompetent. Okay, that's funny. And some sort of diamonds, I guess, something. And some more ruby mine, another ruby mine here. Okay. Then we have, let's see, the cave goblins. So you start the game with an additional normal dwelling and a third person. Okay, maybe that's the goblin then, the third guy you get. And they are, they're clumsy. Each time you take goods from an accumulation space, you must immediately return one good of your choice from those taken to the general supply. Oh, so they are bad at collecting stuff, basically. That's really weird. Okay. And they are incompetent. Each time you forge a weapon, its strength will be 2 less than the amount of ore paid. Consequently, you pay 3 to 8 ore to get a weapon of strength 1 to 6. What are they good at? Numerous. Even without the additional dwelling, you may have up to 6 people. The additional dwelling has no effect for you. So these guys can always have 6 workers, even if someone else has it, because you have the... Okay, so they start with an extra worker, basically. And they don't score any VP for dwellings. Well, that's interesting. On the back here, they have some sort of player aid as well. So that's kind of cool. So it's just not the text. Okay, so that's 2 of them. Well, let's check these out as well, right? I'm doing this one of unboxings and previews, so this will be a bit longer. So guard dog school. You may pay 1 dog instead of ore when forging a weapon of strength 5. It's pretty cool. Some usage for the dogs. We have the kennels. Your dogs breed like farm animals. Ooh, nice. So these guys are like really, they can handle dogs in the caves. And how do you say this? Menagerie. 3 points per set of 5 different animals. So you want to spread, you want to diversify with those. And the Forgotten Cave, you get 2 mushrooms. I don't know what the mushrooms are used for, but they look really nice. So yeah. Okay, and the next one is the humans. And of course, they are doing some exploitation. Twin tiles may overhang. Let's see if we can get some focus there on the camera. Twin tiles may overhang in the forest. Each time you place an overhanging tile, you immediately get 2 food and 1 gold. The office room has no effect for you. I don't remember what the office room does. Yeah, tell me in the comment section, what does the office room do? Claustrophobia. Each time you're supposed to place a twin tile in the mountain, you may only place a single cavern or tunnel tile. And during scoring, you do not suffer any negative VP from unused mountain spaces. So basically, these are like, I guess, like somewhat opposite to the mountain dwarfs. And let's see, the humans have a, well, I'm not sure that, yeah, they have, oh, it replaces the milking parlor. So everybody has special buildings as well. The humans have mead parlor. At the start of each harvest, for every second empty meadow, plus 1 coin, okay? They also have a silage bin. 3 wood per adjacent meadow immediately breed 1 animal, okay? They're good at breeding, I guess, then. And we have the manure heap. And it gives 2 vegetables per adjacent pasture. Okay. And the scarecrow, which is when sowing grain, add 3 grain from the general supply rather than 2. Oh, so they're really good at farming, basically. Well, I mean, you can imagine, right? The humans are good at farming, okay. Also, I would say, this is interesting. Here's the gem fruits, they're called, obviously. These gem thingies, they kind of look like fruits. At any time, you can spend 1 to get 2 food or get a ruby. And you can sow, this is just weird. You can sow and harvest gems. Okay, there's a point per gem fruit. That's really funny. Yeah, I like this stuff already. Then we have the pale ones. So they are tireless diggers. You may use the drift mining and excavation action space even if they are occupied by another player. Endless tunnels. Twin tiles may overhang in the mountain. Each time you place an overhanging tile, you immediately get 1 gold and 1 mushroom. The office room has no effect for you. What's the office room? I can't recall it. Anyhow, disinterest in nature. Okay, each time you're supposed to place a twin tile in the forest, yeah, they are so, yeah. And score, you may want to place a field or meadow tile, a single one. Any scoring, they don't suffer any negative VP from unused forest spaces. So allow how, if you play these guys, these miners, then you don't need to worry about building forests to avoid minus points, right? So they have the sheep dog school. Your dogs can watch double the number of sheep, okay? They don't need to make pastures maybe then. And so mystic huts, you immediately get some of these weird gem fruits. Sheep market is at any time before scoring you can turn 2 sheep and a dog into 4 coins. Okay, you can sell them off. And let's see, schnapps parlor. At any time you can like use a vegetable to get 2 coins or I guess 3 food. And there's many of these little goblin guys. Then we have the trolls. So the trolls, when forging a weapon you must pay exactly 2 wood instead of ore, getting a weapon of strength 4 for it, okay? So the trolls can only get yeah. And they use wood, yeah, they have like a wooden club, I guess. And they have small brain. I love how they made this. It's a funny expansion. Small brain. Each of your weapons can only increase to a maximum strength of 10. Yeah, they're not that smart. Big sack, you always get one additional loot item from expeditions, which must be different from the other chosen items. That's really good. Big appetite, in each feeding phase, adult trolls require 3 food each rather than 2. Newborn trolls require the usual 1 food. Okay, so these guys are a little bit more, you know, they're eating a lot. And they're bone crushers. You may turn all animals, even dogs, into 2 food each. Yeah, they'll just crush the bones of the dog, right, and just eat him. That's funny. Okay, Goblin Dwelling. Room for +1 goblin. Okay. So I guess, can everybody have a goblin? I guess so, because the goblins have like a little board of their own. They're lazy, clumsy, and incompetent. Yeah, that's such amazing humor here. And then Explorer's Cave. 3 times food for water sources, 2 pigs for reserves. I don't really know what they mean by that, but anyhow. Candle Maker. Each time you turn 2 animals into food, you get a coin. And Bone Crusher. At any time before scoring, you can turn animals into food, okay? And then we have the Elves next up. And they look really nice here on the artwork here. It's really cool. I really love how they made the boards a bit nice as well. These, like, yeah. So the setup, you start the game with 2 gem fruits. They are woodland habitat, of course. On unused forest spaces, you may build pastures as if they were meadows, plant crops, furnish rooms. Oh, they can live outside the cave. That's so cool. They can furnish rooms out in the field or in the forest. However, you do not get any food or wild boar from the water source and wild boar reserves. Yeah. It's like if you build over you get the reserves, right, from the water and so on. Lovers of sunlight. Each time you place a twin tile in the mountain, either pay 2 rubies and place the twin tile as usual, or pay 1 ruby and place a single cavern or tunnel tile, or decline placing a tile altogether. Yeah, they don't want to live down in the caves. We all know from Lord of the Rings that you know, Legolas is not that happy about going down into Moria. Okay, during scoring, you do not suffer any negative VP from unused spaces on your home board. Okay, so with these guys, yeah, that's nice. You don't need to worry about those unused spaces. Elven Market. Once per round, you can spend 2 coins to get a gem and or a ruby and a vegetable. You have the Hunter's Hut. At the start of each harvest, for every 3rd empty forest, you get some food, okay? And a bird hide. Per adjacent empty forest, immediately 2 food, and yeah, okay. And feeding room. Once per breeding phase, you can spend 1 or 2 vegetables to get 2 or 4 different animal breeds again. Well, that's interesting. So you can breed the same animal more than once in one breeding phase. Then we have the Dark Elves. And they can use goblins on expeditions. You have access to an alternative strength 10 loot item. At a cost of 2 wood and 1 stone, you may furnish a normal dwelling and immediately place a goblin inside. The goblin is considered an adult person. You can take actions with it starting from the next round. Dark Elves are limited to 6 people. Okay, so basically you can have... Huh, that's really cool. And the deep mines, you get a ruby even if you place a ruby mine on a normal tunnel, and during scoring you do not score any VP for dwellings. Well, kind of complicated, but cool, anyhow. Then they have the archery range. It gives points for empty meadows in a straight line from archery range. That's really cool thematically. You have to have an empty line there, so they can shoot arrows. Then we have charcoal storage. At the start of each harvest, you can turn wood into money, okay. And mushroom cave, you immediately get 2 mushrooms. And the bone carver, at the start of each harvest, you can have 2 animals of any type be turned into money. The bone carver, you're selling the bones, I don't know. And finally, we have, these look really weird, the Seelye, like crystal people. Litovores, silicoids, or whatever, however you say it, eat only rocks. Okay. In each feeding phase, silicoids require 1 stone each, even newborns. Each time you're supposed to pay food, you must instead pay a stone. That's cool. Each time you furnish a cavern, you get a discount of 1 stone if possible. You need not pay stone for stables. And they are traders. They can, at the start of each harvest, you can spend 3 food to get a coin, or spend a coin to get a stone. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Really weird, weird people there. And then we have the jeweler. Once per round, you can spend 2 coins to get, I guess, 2 ore and a ruby. Water throws. Each adjacent pasture can hold 3 additional animals. Wow. This is nice if you place this in the middle of a few pastures. And quarrying room. Each time you use excavation, you get an extra stone. And stone trader. At the start of each harvest, you can spend wood to get stone. Okay. So they're all about eating stone and getting stone and so on. So, bunch of stuff in this expansion. Yeah, I'm excited to find out how this little lovely mushrooms, what they do. Draco can have them for now. And that is Caverna, the Cave Farmers, and the expansion The Forgotten Folk. So really cool stuff from Look at Games. I am excited to play this. I will do some sort of playthrough of this, I think a solo maybe, for you on the channel in the near future. So, thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening or morning, or whenever you're watching this. Take care. Bye-bye.
Be like Draco. Follow Board Games with Niramas on Facebook at BGW Niramas. Board Games with Niramas is sponsored by Alara Games in Sweden.